follow up just to do my care call, but don't push it. Just let them simmer.
People will never change their mind, but what they will do is make a new decision based on new information. Now, you have two choices. You could either part friends with them, or you can continue to stay in dialogue until they change their mind.
Oh, I don't
But
think that
I'm not going to
dialogue will
go.
kill me.
Say that again.
I don't think that dialogue will kill me. I don't
No,
mind making a phone call every month or so.
there you go. Until they change their mind. But until they're ready to make an offer at 95% of the asking price or higher, I'm not showing them homes.
Thank you.
Matter of fact, I'm going to show them a CMA for all the properties that have sold in the last 2 months within a 2 to 3 mile radius of where they're looking. And I'm simply going to point one thing out. I'm going to say, look at all of these homes that have sold. They've all sold for an average of 95% of the asking price, which means the odds of somebody selling their home at 85 to 90% of the asking price are slim to none.
Excellent. Thank you.
My pleasure. Karen, talk to me.
Hey, good morning. So I have a come list me. It was a person that I met with. She ended up listing with a friend, her husband's friend, and they did get under contract, but it fell apart due to inspection issues, and they just couldn't come together on it after that. So she called me and said, oh my gosh, I should have gone with you in the first place. And, so, here we are post holidays. This was just a couple weeks ago. And I'm talking with her on the phone tonight. We don't have listing paperwork signed, but it will happen today. And the one objection that I'm fearing that I'm going to get is, so she just bought a $10,000 heat pump based off of, so she just put in $10,000 because of inspection issues that, we don't want them to happen again. But I need to broach the topic of needing her to stage this house professionally. And it's going to cost her about $1,000 and a few cans of paint. And I know that she's already said she's not doing a thing because she already put in, she already took care of the $10,000 worth of inspection. The price that she wants to list it for is appropriate, barely, but only if she is in wow staged condition. Mm-hmm. And I just need to make sure I present this in a way that I'm not going to eat the cost of it. I've been down that road once before, not going to do it again. And that's kind of, I guess, the angle. I'm not looking to get the listing scripts because I have it for the most part, but I don't want to scare her out of listing with me by pushing the wrong way.
So Karen, my first point to you, my advice would be get the appointment. This is a conversation to have face-to-face on the listing appointment, not on the phone prior to going on the appointment.
Okay. I've been to her home in person. Like we have met and,
So you're okay.
We've
So
talked a couple times since then on the phone. We've sort of had like a solid relationship at this point, and an assumed I'm listing it. She told me, I want you to list it.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So you're ready to have a phone conversation with her, get the confirmation that she's going to hire you, and then you're going to send her the paperwork electronically for her to sign, correct?
Yeah, she's asked me for the paperwork.
There you go. But she's not going to want to make the repairs that she's needs to make or the staging that she needs to do in order to get the property sold, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So Karen, let me just share a story with you. So I had a seller who, beautiful home, except the kitchen had wallpaper that was 20 years old. And the rest of the house was absolutely beautiful, except for this one thing, and it was the wallpaper. And I had told her on the listing appointment, this is what we should do in order to get your property sold, and she didn't want to do it. So we went ahead and put the house on the market, and we're getting feedback, and it's not going under contract. And she's asking me, why isn't my home going under contract? And I just keep reminding her about the conversation we had at the kitchen table in reference to paying to have that wallpaper removed and painting the kitchen. Okay, Karen? And her response was, I don't want to do it. Are you tracking me?
Yeah.
So my question to her was, tell me, now we're going to role play, Karen. So you're
Okay.
her. Okay.
Sure.
So tell me, Karen, why don't you want to have the wallpaper removed and paint the kitchen?
I mean, honestly, because I just spent $10,000 to replace a heat pump, and I did receive an offer already on my property when it looked the way it looks. So, it doesn't seem like I couldn't get another offer again.
It's possible. And it's also possible that you may not get an offer because of the repairs that need to be made or the staging that needs to be done. I mean, one of the reasons you don't want to remove the wallpaper and paint is because it's a lot of work, right?
Right. And frankly, the money too.
Yeah. And is it possible that a buyer might be thinking the same thing?
Yeah, that's possible.
Is it possible that a buyer might be looking at your home, absolutely love your home, and they're also looking at other properties, correct?
Yeah, we are in a condo complex. Of course, we're all pretty similar.
Yeah, so they're gonna narrow it down to their top 3. And if you're in the top 3, but yet the other 2 are move-in ready, who's gonna get the offer? You or one of the other 2 properties?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I already received an offer though. I just feel like I didn't have to do it then. I don't.
Is
I
that
see what you're
buyer
saying.
is that buyer still looking to buy a home? I mean, can we call them and see if they're ready to make another offer on your home?
Yeah, they've, I suppose, but they've probably found something, I'm sure.
Okay, so since we can't get that buyer, we're looking for another buyer.
Hmm.
And is it possible that we're not going to find a buyer unless we make these updates, unless we spend just a little bit of money to update your property and make it move-in ready?
It's possible, but the inventory is so low around here.
Yeah. If you knew that spending $1,000 was going to cause your home to go under contract and you were going to close in the next 60 days, would you do it?
Yeah. Oh, I would. I mean, do you know if I'd get more money for my home if I put in the 1,000? Will I at least get it back?
It's possible. It's also possible that your home could still be on the market 60 days from now or 6 months from now. And it's possible that not only did it take you 6 months to sell your home versus 30 months to sell your home, but it actually might be worth less.
John, you just made me think of the answer. There's a $425 a month condo fee. So
There you go.
that's 2 months. All right.
You went right where with my next question, which was going to be, which is, what is your holding cost?
Yeah.
Between your mortgage, your taxes, your insurance, and your condo fees, how much money does it cost you every 30 days not to sell your home?
Right. Sure. $2,000.
Okay, so 6 months from now, you've spent $12,000 not to sell your home. Would you rather spend $1,000 to get it sold in the next 30 days or $12,000 not to sell it over the next 6 months?
Right. 1,000 now.
There you go. You ready to get started?
Thank you, John.
Okay, my pleasure. Brian Pierre, Camille, I'll come to you next. Brian Pierre, talk to me.
Yes, I have one person that he's thinking of selling. He's one of the expired from the 1st of January. But like he just got into an accident. I understand that, but would you try to push to list it right now, or would you keep following up with him? Because I already talked to him, he's ready to sell, but he just got into an accident and he's doing his therapy with his doctor.
Well, it depends on him. So I would ask him, Ryan, do you want to put your home on the market now, possibly get an offer in the next 30 days and close on it in the next 60 days? Or would you rather wait 2 or 3 months until your therapy is over?
He told me to give him a few days, and that was on Monday. So I'm planning on calling him on Monday again to see how everything is.
Yeah.
But from the conversation that I had with him, it seems like he really want to sell right now.
Well, then that's the question. Are you ready to get your home on the market now, get a contract in the next 30 days and close in the next 60 days, Ryan?
Okay.
That's it.
Get a contract in the next 3 days.
Okay. So tomorrow at 4 o'clock or would Thursday at 3 be better for you?
Cool.
Okay. Camille, talk to me.
I have a similar situation like Karen. And what I'm doing is for the same price, I'm showing the seller what houses are actually selling and what they look like. So I'm not sure if I'm on the right track. She does not want to reduce the price, and that's where I think that we should be doing is reducing until we sell. And she's a hardball investor who has other houses to sell. So I'm being very cautious of how I advise her, but she needs to lower the price. And I'm showing her what the other houses look like that are selling.
Mhm. So you have to beat the competition in order to get your home sold. Even in a seller's market, we're in a competitive market. And we may not be competing against as many homes as we would in a buyer's market, but we're still competing. So looking at all the properties that are currently for sale in your price range, Camille, and I'm going to show you those properties. If you were the buyer, which property would you make an offer on?
Okay.
Yours or one of these other properties?
More than likely the other ones, yes, because they do look better.
There you go. What do we need to do in order to make your home the home that gets an offer in the next 30 days?
Right. Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. All right, guys, it's 9:04. That goes fast, right? Is this valuable? Should we keep doing this?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yes,
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 please.
Yes.
Good.
without doubt.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Definitely.
Good. I have somebody trying to talk to us that has a really bad signal right now, which is, I love it when that happens because it's like robot voice.
Page.
Paige, try again, Paige.
The iPhone.
It's okay. We'll get it another day. Guys, we could do this more than one day a week. So I'll leave that up to you, right? All right, listen,
John, quick question.
Yes.
I came across, and it probably was just his ploy to get a car sold, but neither here nor there. The gentleman said that he has a high student loan
Mhm.
that's like over $100,000.
Mhm.
And when he tried to do financing, he was unable to get the finance in order to purchase a home, or they just that was like his biggest thing because he wasn't also not paying his student loan.
Okay.
So what suggestion would you give me to assist him? Because I told him, there's one, I told him to definitely start paying your student loan.
Mhm.
I said, and the other is potentially there may be other ways to finance a housing, but.
Okay. So Carolyn, do you have a lender that you work with that you would want this buyer to speak to?
The one lender that I have,
Mhm.
I won't say he's more traditional than thinking outside of the box, for lack of a better word.
Okay. So my first suggestion would be to have him meet with a lender that you're confident is going to give him great advice and who is going to give you information on what his ability is to purchase a home today. My other suggestion would be, Carolyn, if we could find a property in which the buyer or the seller, was willing to do owner financing. Would that be a possibility that you would want to look into?
Okay, kind of like a for sale by owner.
Well, no, it's just somebody who's willing to do owner financing. So are there sellers who have equity in their home, or they have zero mortgage, who could carry the mortgage for 24 months, giving him time to get his credit cleaned up with a balloon payment at the end of 24 months and to refinance the property with a traditional lender? Could you do that? The answer is yes. Could you also find a seller who is willing to do a lease purchase where they would lease the property to you for 12 months with the option to purchase the property at the end of that 12-month period?
Now that's the creative part on my hand.
There you go, girl. There you go.
John, you could also entice the seller by offering them a little bit more than the market value by saying,
Yes.
Yes.
100%. Good job, Eddie. Good job. You could actually offer more money on the monthly rental too, with the additional money going towards the down payment at the time that they close on the property.
Okay, so wouldn't that be kind of back to this for sale by owner?
It not necessarily. It's any seller who has equity in their home who can afford to do that.
I would do circle prospecting with a specific buyer approach.
There you go. There you go. I would also circle prospect real estate agents, and I would call them and say, look, I've got a buyer. Here's what they're looking for. Here's the situation. We're looking for a seller who would carry the mortgage for a period of 12 months or do a 12-month lease with the option to purchase the property at the end of 12 months. Do you have anybody currently listed that is a fit for that? Or do you know of anybody who's thinking of selling their home that would be a fit for that?
Okay.
All right. Did that help you, Carolyn?
It helped. I just, here you go. It helped for one part and now I have to figure out the other.
All right. All right, girl. All right. Bring it back next week and we'll talk about it again. It's 9:08. It's time to get to work.
What is work? 20 Sarah?
There you go.
20 conversations a day, not 19, 18, or 17 conversations. When I have 17 conversations, because it is close enough, I have settled. The 18th conversation could have been $1 million listing that I did not get. I never knew because I did not make the call. Do not settle. Chandra? She on the call? Okay. The purpose of the call is to make care calls, not sales calls. Always lead with gratitude. Remember to say, thank you for taking my call. I appreciate you. Bring value to every single conversation. Every day and every conversation, focus on getting one face-to-face appointment with someone that wants to sell real estate, getting a referral, adding one person to my database. Shoshana?
I'll be Shoshana.
Go ahead, you read Shoshana's.
That non-negotiable standards, live up to those standards. 20 conversations a day is a standard. One face-to-face appointment a day is a standard. Adding one person to my database every single day is a standard. Find someone today that is thinking of buying or selling real estate, whether it's 3 months from now, 6 months from now, or 1 year from now. It doesn't matter because I'll need listings and buyers a year from now. I'm looking for opportunity, period, not opportunity today, opportunity, period.
Oh, go ahead, you did.
Together.
Okay, because I have entered those 250 people into my pipeline, I will follow up with them forever because I reject rejection. No is not a word that lives in my vocabulary. No simply means not yet. Because I followed up every single day, I have created emotional proximity. People do not change their minds. They make a new decision based on new information. Since I have emotional proximity, when they make a new decision, they hired me. I keep calling because success is absolutely guaranteed. Make it a great day.
Love it. You guys are awesome.
You rocked it.
Awesome.
Oh, there
awesome.
you are, Sarah.
Awesome. All right. 2 housekeeping items really quick. Monday is Script Off with KW Connect. If you go to KW Connect and you look to see what time the Script Off is, I will be on Monday afternoon competing for the opportunity to make finals at Family Reunion. If you're able to make that on KW Connect and support me, it is greatly appreciated. And secondly, I am here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. You will still be here Thursday and Friday through the following week. Someone else will be leading the call. We haven't identified who that person is yet, and we will. All right, everybody, make it a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Make it a
Have
great day.
weekend.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Have
you.
a great weekend.
Thank you, everybody.
Great weekend.
Bye.
Weekend.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Ciao.